What's up, everybody? Fen here. Today I'm going to be doing a guide to show you the build that I'm currently using in the campaign and arena, and I'll show you right here. Currently, I am at 487, and I can keep going further. So, if you are stuck, probably around 2 or 300, maybe earlier, this will help you get past there, and there is some things in the game that I will elaborate on if you ask me for help in the Discord, or I might make video guides showing everything else in detail, but for now it's just going to be the basic guide of the build that I use for my characters. So what I use right now is all mages, and you're going to want one strong character of each element, because right now in the game there's auras. I'll show you here. I'm sure you're aware by now, but if you have the element or the faction that goes against the opposite faction, it does 300% more. So obviously big damage, and then you have the auras here, and right now the rainbow aura is the easiest and best to obtain. Aside from the next best would be light and kappa, but that's a little bit harder to obtain. So you're going to want to go with rainbow and have one strong character of each element. Now I make them all mages because there's all the classes have the same ability pool. So I'll show you here. Uh, First, I just got to check which one I have set up in the campaign at the moment. Okay, so my light guy is the suicide guy. So I'll show you here. Out of all my mages, the highest I have is a 10 star. The rest are all 9. But my light guy over here, if I go into his skills, you can see I use this as his ultimate just for a stun chance, because he's not going to be the attacker, and you'll see. This, when he dies, it burns the enemy and they continue to be burnt to the end of their death. That's very important. And this, when he dies, all your allies get 30% attack for 3 rounds. So this is going to be your suicide guy, and the order that you put your characters in, your streamers in, is important, because you can make sure this guy dies first pretty much every time. And if he does, you're going to be getting that 30% damage bonus, but also setting them on fire. And I'll show you here for any of the other mages that I have, where you're going to want to do what I do anyway, is I use Black Hole because it hits everybody, and it also has a 75% chance to silence priests for 1 round, which can be useful in boss fights. But you want that to hit everybody instead of just a few enemies, so you can take out the normal crowds. Then for your first passive, you're going to want this, which is Burning Strike, dealing 60% damage to burning enemies. So remember, your suicide guy is going to die right away, and then you're going to be doing 60% extra. And then your second passive here, if you get to level 9, so you won't have access to all these if you're lower level, but as soon as you get to level 9, you'll have both these passives. And then this second one will allow you to increase your attack by 40%. So you're getting 100% damage bonus uh, off burning enemies, and then you're going to want to use the right faction, right? So you have one guy, oh, and sorry, and the extra 30%, right, when he dies. So you're getting like 130%, and you just got to make sure the one guy dies first. So you're going to go, and in your streamer talents, this is very important too, the face that you have set up for the pet. The pet that I use for this build is the Smork, and I have stunning arrows. Just gives my guy, all my streamers, a chance to stun, which buys me more time, which is important for this strategy because you need time to get one big hit out. That'll one hit the boss or the groups of enemies. So right now, I don't have it set up for the right thing. Let me go see. Yeah, because I went off before. So right now the enemies are water. So I'm gonna go in here and make my damage bonus for my water guys. And you will unlock this full tree when you have 200 copies of a face, which won't take you that long, maybe a week or 2 if you're just starting on a face. But your own face, you should max out pretty quickly, and Athene's. So water, and then the anti-damage bonus is going to be against fire. Now you have it for classes and faces too, but I just let that set automatically as it goes in. But the main 2 is that, right? So, oh, sorry, I had the wrong, they are water, so I'm going to go green against water. My bad. Because that's what's strongest, right? So now you're going to go in here into the campaign. The abilities are already set up. You only have to change who the suicide guy is when you run into the element where he is the strongest, and then you just swap it out. But otherwise, I'm going to take out all my characters here My light guy is my suicide guy, so he's going to stay right in that spot because that is where he will get hit first. And then I go in order from weakest to strongest. So I change my streamer talents before I go in here because it will change their power level according to where I am in the dungeon. So right now, I'm going to go my water guy, my fire guy, my angel, my dark guy, and then my green guy, right, as the last one. The last one is important because that will be the last one to survive most of the time and will be the one to get the big hit out. And if you use the one that is strongest against the element you're facing, right? Um, in this case, green is good against water, and you have your streamer pool set up that way, and you have your suicide guy set up. Everything should be good. Now, I am at a very high stage, so I might not win the first try every time, so you just keep retrying. But all you have to do is get a big hit out, and you can one hit the entire crowd. And that's what's taken me to this point. Now, again, there is other things that increase your damage much further. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to get as far as I have. But it's taken me far, and as you can see, I'm still able to keep going. So I hope this guide helps you. You don't have to do what I'm showing here. It might not be the best thing in the game, but I do think it is much easier to acquire a full team of mages and to build them up properly than it would be any other build. It's done really good for me. So anyway, I hope this has helped, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.